Good morning, students. 8th Standard Geography, Lesson 1 Rocks and Soils. Now we'll see the learning objectives. To understand the nature of rocks, their types and uses. To learn to identify the different types of rocks. Introduction. Have you ever noticed any mountains or rocks nearby your location or during your travel? Have you ever been to any hill station during your vacation? Do you know how they originated on the earth's surface? Do you know what kinds of material are used in the construction of temples, buildings, roads, flyovers, etc.? In this lesson, we will learn about rocks and soils. The study of rocks is called petrology. Petrology is a branch of geology which deals with the study of rocks. In lower classes, we have studied about 4 realms of the earth, namely lithosphere, made up of land; hydrosphere, it is comprises water; and atmosphere, the blanket of air, which where life exists, it is a biosphere, living organisms. Then lithosphere is the uppermost and significant layer of the earth. It is composed of solid rocks and unconsolidated materials. The literal meaning of lithosphere is the sphere of rocks. Now we'll see about the rocks. The rocks are the solid mineral materials forming a part of surface of the earth and other similar planets. Earth crust lithosphere is composed of rocks. A rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals. Aggregate means collective. Rock is an important natural resource and it is found in solid state. It may be hard or soft in nature. Already you know that rocks means, you will imagine that is a solid surface only, it is a hard. But here hard or soft in nature. As an estimation reveals that there are 2000 different types of minerals found on the earth's surface, out of which only 12 are the basic minerals commonly found all over the earth. Minerals are chemical substances which exist in nature. They may occur either in the form of elements or compounds. Classification of rocks. According to the mode of formation, the rocks are classified into 3 types. 1. Igneous rocks. 2. Sedimentary rocks. And third is the metamorphic rocks. Look at this. This is a classification of rocks: igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Igneous furtherly divided into 2 types: intrusive igneous and extrusive igneous. Then sedimentary rocks, organic and inorganic. Inorganic, here chemical and mechanical processes. Then metamorphic, thermal and dynamic. Now we'll see about the igneous rocks. This is the igneous rocks are found by the solidification of molten magma. It is a magma. Molten, it is a melted material. Magma is a molten rock. It is found under the earth's surface. During the volcanic eruption, this under the earth's surface magma, molten rock, which pour out and made a molten magma. And these rocks are called the primary rocks or parent rocks, as all other rocks are formed from these rocks. So igneous rocks is a primary rock or parent rock. So from this rock only other rocks are found, that is sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Characteristics of igneous rocks. These rocks are hard in nature. It is primary rocks, it is a hard in nature, and these are impermeable and they do not contain fossils. They are associated with the volcanic activities, and these rocks are useful for construction works. Types of igneous rocks: extrusive rocks and intrusive rocks. Extrusive rocks. Lava is actually a very red molten magma comes out from the interior of the earth on its surface. After reaching the earth's surface, the molten material gets solidified and form rocks. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. These rocks are fine grained and glassy in nature due to rapid solidification. Basalt is an example of this type and it is found in the northern western part of peninsular India. Then the secondly it is a intrusive igneous rocks. The molten magma sometimes cools down deep inside the earth crust and becomes solid. The rocks formed this way is called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. Intrusive igneous rocks are two types. The deep-seated rocks are called plutonic rocks and the ones formed at shallow depth are called hypabyssal rocks. Granite, diorite, GABA are the examples of the plutonic rocks and dolerite is an example of hypabyssal rocks. Since intrusive igneous rocks consists of large crystals, they are also called as crystalline rocks. Look at this diagram. This is below the earth's surface. During the volcanic eruption, this molten material, it comes out, which is when it comes out, it is called lava. This lava solidifies and form a extrusive igneous rocks. Then when on the crust itself, this magma, it is cools down and it is called intrusive igneous rocks. Example, granite. Some of the active volcanoes are Mount Vesuvius, Mount Stromboli and Mount Etna in Italy and Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea in Hawaii Islands. This is the igneous rocks part. It is once again I will recall igneous rocks. It is two types, extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive, it is a basalt is the example of the extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks furtherly divided into two types, plutonic rocks and hypabyssal rocks. So it is called crystalline rocks. Now the second division of the rocks, it is a sedimentary rocks. And the word sedimentary has been derived from the Latin word sedimentum, means settling down. The sedimentary rocks are formed by the sediments derived and deposited by various agents. Due to high temperature and pressure, the undisturbed sediments of long period cemented to form sedimentary rocks. It is formed, looks like a layer. So sedimentary rocks consists of many layers which were formed by the sediments deposited at different periods. As it consists of many strata, it is also known as stratified rocks. Look at this. These are the layers which is found in the sedimentary rocks. Characteristics